Alright guys, welcome back to Soai, and in today's video we're gonna go grab some breakfast. One of my favorite breakfasts of all times has to include fried dumplings. Another thing that I absolutely love with fried dumplings is porridge, especially if it's gonna be almond porridge. That's one of my favorite things to have. So today we're gonna go up to the place called Dumpling Cove. It's actually, I think, related to the dumpling shop establishment that I went to a couple months ago. Yeah, you know how it goes. Jamaicans, family partings, and they decide, hey, I'm gonna take half of the restaurant and bring it here, so yeah. But however, dumpling shop is gonna also be added to my list as well. Even though I've gone there already, I'll definitely put dumpling shop on the list of places to go. All right, let's focus on the road, and I'll see you guys when I get there. Yo, every time I wear this helmet, I get helmet here. A little bit annoying, but it's for a good purpose.
What's up, Bretton?
Oh, go on.
Good?
Yeah, man.
Big up, big up.
Respect. Now, on the other hand, every time I ride my e-bike, I'm excited because it's fun seeing the city in a different way. But on top of it, I get to save some money. Think about it. Every single time I travel somewhere that might be close to me, it probably would have been like maybe a $20 Uber ride, when for maybe a couple cents on a charge, I get here. Now, speaking of money, riding e-bikes can be dangerous. Coming over here, trust me, there are several occasions where I looked at it and I was like, wow, if I'm not careful, things could happen. And that's why I always tell you guys about this. So hear this, I finally got a helmet. Yes, after everyone in the comments roasted me into safety. And while I do feel like a superhero on wheels now, I still ride like I'm dodging banana peels carting around New York. Because let's be real, biking around New York City is not for the faint of heart. Negligent drivers are practically a local species. It happened to my neighbor actually. He got clipped by a car and all he said was,
yeah, I just tossed my scooter in the closet and took the out.
Why? He didn't have the money to go after the driver. And that's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. When insurance companies hit you with the
here's $50 and a pack of gum
type of settlement, Morgan & Morgan is for the people. And the best part, you don't pay unless they win. They are the biggest injury law firm across the United States with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Oh, and just in case if you're wondering if they're legit, they recently won $12 million in Florida. That's 34 times the top insurance offer, and 26 million in Philly. That's 40 times the top insurance offer. So yeah, they don't play. If you ever get seriously injured, your case could be worth millions. And you're only a few clicks away from changing your life. It's really easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan with my special link, which is www.forthepeople.com/soy. Found in my description box or by scanning the code that you can find on the screen using your cell phone. All right, so we're at the famous, I could say, Dumpling Cove. Love this spot, been here maybe twice before. Let me go in there and I'll tell you guys what my experience is. I don't want to have a spoiler alert, but as usual, we're gonna take a quick look on the outside of this place. If you've been to Dumpling Shop, and I don't mean to compare, This one looks a lot more updated, and I think because Dumpling Shop is more of the old school, so they've been around for quite some time. This one's a lot more modern, and there's a bunch of space. So for the people who say, yo, why are you eating on the road? There's actually seating on the outside, which is nice, airy, and bright. Let's take a quick look. So as you walk in, usually, this I realize, I notice this all the time, it's nicely on the corner. Corner side property is, you know, it's pretty nice to have. And then over here, which I didn't notice, I'm just noticing this today, that they actually have a different side over there. Now, one thing that I do note when I go to restaurants is the smell. And the smell of this place, it usually has this kind of a salt fish kind of smell. It's very faint, not in a bad way. You just know like they do the escovite saltfish on the inside. That's what I usually smell from here. And yeah, now for the New Yorkers that are from Jamaica, drop it in the comments. Let me know which one of these spots is actually your favorite. Do you prefer the original one or do you prefer this one? Now, when I'm inside now, the smell kind of changes a little bit. Still smelling that the saltfish. Saltfish has a very strong smell. Getting a little bit of that fried dumpling smell. And inside here, it's nice, it's spacious. As usual, the typical sodas and stuff, fruit juices, your DNGs, stuff like that, and a bunch of breakfast stuff. I'm interested in having Omni porridge. Omni porridge is my favorite porridge. My best friend used to say it's bird food because it has corn in it. Big up yourself, Kurt, all the way up in heaven. Love you still, bro. So yeah. Wow, the oxtail is ready and it's still breakfast time. That's good. Damn, I missed it. Something told me I was gonna miss it, so I'm gonna miss porridge. So today I'm gonna do fried dumpling and ackee and saltfish. I'm gonna talk about ackee and saltfish here because I'm certain it's not gonna be the same thing like back in Jamaica or whatever Caribbean other island that has it. I missed porridge. Now how I miss porridge, they open at 6 a.m. in the morning and they go up until late. It's called Dumpling Cove, so you can get fried dumplings straight throughout the day, which I think is fantastic. Think about it as like the fried dumplings of IHOP. I just spoke to a lady just now, she was really sweet, not the conventional rude attitude that you would expect. I asked her, I was just like, hey, you guys have porridge? She said, no, porridge is done. So I'm like, what time does porridge usually finish? And she's like, honestly, there's not really a time that it finishes. We open from 6, people order on the apps, people come here for breakfast. So basically the porridge is in high in demand and it can finish at any time. It is now minutes to 11. So if you come here, I would recommend you, well, if you're stopping for breakfast, you should be here by at least 8, 9, and porridge should be safe for you. Don't be late like Soai.
You did the one with the juicy
Bless
beef
up.
thing.
Yeah, bro.
And some food you that try. My
Yeah.
wife means it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Is that your place?
yeah, I believe Brown yesterday, yes, when we come yesterday for breakfast at morning time.
Straight fried dumpling are the best.
Yeah, fried dumplings bad.
That is it.
I'm not cutting down yes and go buy another fried dumpling.
Straight.
It's like, bro, yeah, you go buy a fried dumpling somewhere. You see that? You know, they make it crispy away.
Yeah.
They just not no teas or them over fried. You know?
That is it.
So come right just know,
It does perfect.
It does perfect. And you know? Yeah. You know, but a pleasure to see you in my farm.
Big up in her, bro. Pleasure, man. All right. So you just heard that just now. He just came up to me, asked about the fried dumplings. He said he doesn't go anywhere else. All right, let's take a look at the receipt. I don't know how I feel about $19.50, but it is what it is. So we got ackee and saltfish, fried plantains. You guys can read that for yourself. That's everything. Yeah, water $1.40. It's not bad. Fried plantains $1.95. Ackee. Yeah, ackee is pretty expensive if you ask me, but I hope the taste of it matches to the price. 1 second while I take a pic of my receipt. I'm actually using an app called Fetch. Yeah, this is not even a paid promotion or anything like that. I just love the app. I've gotten back at least $10 from it, just scanning my receipts, and I use it on Amazon. So it's pretty cool. It feels like you're playing a game. And what's cool too, it will find the receipts, like your Amazon receipt, in the app if you link it, and you get back points just for shopping. It's dope. All right, the first thing we're gonna try is the water. We're gonna see if the water, I'm joking. It's just a hot day. Poland Spring. Going right into the ackee and saltfish. Now, off the bat, one of the biggest flaws in the ackee here, I'm talking in the US in general, is that it looks mushy. It looks very mushy. Us back home, we like to see it more in a whole form and not mushy and mashed out. But most times it's coming from the can, yo. I don't even want to look at this. Look. You guys look. I'm putting it for the wrong side. Look. What do you think? Can you see it? What do you think? Is it okay? I don't know. Ah. Okay, it looks like what I expect. Maybe it's canned ackee. Most likely it's going to be canned ackee. Ooh, the flavor on this I tasted just now was good. This is what our ackee looks like. Yeah. A little bit on the mushier side, but they did try to keep some of them whole. When I say whole, I'm talking like this and maybe another half on it. This is not bad looking, but when it gets kind of small and tiny like this, yeah, we consider it more on the mushy side. So I'm gonna get a little bit more deep in this review today because this is Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish. And if you're in the US and you're doing this and you're charging a pretty penny on it, it has to be good. Now they're known for dumplings, that's their thing, hands down. So first, the saltiness is good. Perfect amount of saltiness. That's one of the hardest things for some people is to remove the right amount of salt from the saltfish because saltfish is cured. That's why they call it saltfish. It's really salty. You need to rehydrate it in water and then remove some of that salt. Some people over dilute it and then it just becomes really fresh and not good. This one, the saltiness is just perfect. We already spoke about the mushiness of the ackee. They can't do much better on that unless they're gonna import the ackees and they're gonna charge us an arm and a leg. Now, the saltfish we have here in abundance. We have a lot of salt. I've seen different types of saltfish here that I never saw in Jamaica. I saw the Ackee or hake, whatever they call it, the pollock, like so many different types of saltfish. So getting it proper shouldn't be hard. And this one for me is a little bit more on the trashier side. When I say trashy, usually for saltfish, we want it to be in like flakes. This one, as you bite into it, it just feels kind of, yeah. If I were to put this up on the camera, you see how those are the fibers on it there? Sounds over the top, but yeah. You're going for more flakes. My God, I don't even have much of those. I do not want to waste another bit of saltfish. There we go. It's more of a flake. If you're from Jamaica, you know what I'm talking about. Flavor-wise, hits all the notes for me. Textures, it's a bit lacking. Now, color. This is the only bit of red that I got in my saltfish. Not much color in there. Most people, when you do a saltfish dish, saltfish is not, back in the day, it wasn't something that was very expensive. You know, it was more on the lower end. You could get some ackee off a tree. Saltfish was, you know, pretty cheap back then. Now it's expensive. We would try to make our saltfish look very colorful, vibrant, more like a luxury, like what Jamaica is, very colorful. It is our national dish and it has to represent. This one here, for the color-wise, the color is falling flat for me, especially because the ackee is from the can. It doesn't have the same yellowness, so can't fault them on that. But I'd love to see a little bit more of those sweet peppers, the reds, a little bit of the yellows, a bit of greens, escallion, stuff like that, just to pop the dish a little bit more. But besides that, it's pretty good. If you're looking for a rating, I'm giving it somewhere maybe a 7.5 to an 8. This is where they hit, and they hit really, really hard. Just the feel of it, this is the epitome of a perfect fried dumpling. Look at this baby. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is just a work of art. Yo, I had to drop these dumplings in here because this is picturesque. This is what tradition looks like. Yo, look at this, man. This is freaking fantastic. Yo, this is gonna be easily a 9. I could tell you already. So, what I love the fact that go save lives. Yeah, you're doing your job. Just like I'm doing mine. Now, I love that they give you the ackee separate from the fried dumpling, because if you know if the ackee is saltfish, it could sog up the fried dumplings and all that. So I like that. But I put it together because it looks very picturesque. All right, let's bite into this. Me have to cuss a bad word. Night the stir-fried dumpling. So the other spot I went to a couple months back during the winter, and I went in the night, and that's why I'm gonna go back. I went in the night, so maybe the fried dumplings were a little bit, you know, a little bit on the older side. They were good.
Oh, nice.
But a fried dumpling are bad, man.
Bad.
Rotted.
Never said dumpling, poor fried dumpling.
A fried dumpling are bad, man.
Say dumpling. Bad.
Rotted.
Bad, they're hot.
What?
100.
Yo, that a fried dumpling turn up, guys. You see all I've.
Come on, yo. Oh, man, you're supposed to talk about it and be mixed by your friends.
Brother, hey, if you come to New York and you don't buy that fried dumpling, you're mad. Hey. When I grow up, I make a good fried dumpling. But when I grow up, I want to make fried dumpling like this. You see? The fried dumpling alone with the ackee together make this an easy 10. You have it, my general.
You make it on fried dumpling, you make it.
Hey, so you need it and him fry.
Yeah.
You have to come on the camera, bro. No, we want to show the flour and them and everything. This is a man Hey, look on the boss. Look on the boss.
Yeah. Dumpling Cove.
Baddest fried dumpling me ever
Dumpling
ate.
Cove, right yourself. Come and get it right now. Can't miss it. Trust me. See me eat it, I tell you about it, it's real.
Brother, up top. Hey, now go on with that dozen. It's fried from you mean say me done dumpling already? The dumpling. Hey! You guys know me. But keep me review them honest. And there's some foods and some places that have like a perfect execution. You just have to cuss a bad one. Hey, I always talk about food that should be easy to eat. Meaning, you don't have to pause because you're like, you enjoy it. The textures are perfect. The taste is perfect. Your appearance is perfect. Hey, hold up. The name we changed to Dumpling King. Dumpling Kings. That's one whack. This is one upstairs giving up. The last time I had a dumpling this good was high school. We used to steal them dumplings. So to the backstory. That story I forgot wait. Oh God. So yeah, I went to Monroe College, and I was a boarder. Means that you used to live on dormitory, right? Maybe 3 to 4 weeks at a time, then you go home for vacation and stuff like that. Anyway, every other Sunday, the houses would change food duty or kitchen duty. So in kitchen duty, you'd either like wash the plates, help to serve the breakfast and stuff like that. Now, if you got kitchen duty on a Sunday, it was a godsend. Reason being, they would make fried dumplings. Now, these fried dumplings are one of the perfectest fried, I know it's not a word, but we're gonna use that word today. The perfectest fried dumplings you would ever have. It was the same shape like this, but then it would puff up so much until it looked like an 8, like another dumpling was on top. Because it was so perfectly aerated that the flour could not contain the air, and it would just. Now, when you were on duty, one of your friends, if they were sharing dumpling, they would take one and they would put it in their jacket pocket, and they would, So by the end of breakfast duty, you probably walk away with an additional 4 dumplings on top of your breakfast, because those dumplings were just airy, light, perfect. This one, the only thing that it misses is that extra ear pocket that raises, but you don't need that. This one, it maintains its shape, but it has all. My God, they better not change that, chef. This was a delight to have. It's a 20 out of 10. So good. Wow. All right. And now we've gotten to the plantain. Yeah, for me, you can tell it's a little bit oily. It's in a grease bag. I don't know if this bag is meant to kind of help remove some of the oils in there, but there's quite a bit of oil, evidently. Yeah, some people might like that. For me, I'm getting older. Trying to cut back on some of the oil as much as possible. But it is a nice size plantain. Some people like it to be super, super ripe. I don't like it super ripe. I like it when it's still a bit firm and ripe. Let's try. This is more on the ripe side. Not my preference, but it's good. And yeah, it's kind of oily. But for $1 and whatever I spent, I don't know. You got a good amount of plantains. I just ate one piece and there is about 3 more pieces in there. Yo, still the entire dish for me is a 10. It's called Dumpling Cove, remember that. It's about the dumplings. The dumpling is the star of the show. The ackee is just playing side chick to that. So being a side piece, we're gonna put it on the side. All right, it's getting hot. I'm gonna go under the shade and finish this fantastic dish. Yeah, older folks will come to a spot and look around and say, "Ooh, love the awning, love the color." And they were saying that they wanted more pepper in their food or something of the sort. Yeah, personal opinions. However, I think we just witnessed fried dumplings PB. And track and field PB stands for personal best. It means it's the fastest that you have ever ran. Every athlete strives to hit their PB. Now, for me, I think this is quite easily the best fried dumpling I've had in New York. Definitely, probably will be the best fried dumpling I've ever had in New York, or probably even the entire USA. But that's just personal opinion. But speaking of PB and track and field, this entire dish was like a 4x100 meter Olympic final. So starting off with the first leg, we have the name Jamaican food, Dumpling Cove, heritage. Bam! Race kicks off, the gun goes. Dumpling Cove is on the first stretch and they're going pretty good. Nice solid start, but they're still in third place. Hands it off to Ackee on saltfish on the second leg. Ackee on saltfish starts running, but still cannot catch up to the second place. They're going. Hands it off on the third leg. This is up to fried plantain to take it home. Boom, fried plantain is running around the back end corner. Wait. Drops from third place to forth. Then they handed off the fried dumpling. Run dumpling, run dumpling, run dumpling. On the 30-meter mark, fried dumpling hits it in the high gear. Now in third, boom, 40-meter mark. They're now in second place. They're going, they're going, they're going, they're going. Only 10 meters left. Will fried dumpling take it home for Dumpling Cove? And photo finish. Fried dumpling did it again. That's exactly how I felt. Like, the fried dumpling definitely took it from easily being like an 8 to an 11 out of 10. That was freaking amazing. All right, guys. I think this is where I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thank you for allowing me into your homes and kind of making me somewhat of a Jamaican ambassador. Yeah, I hope I one day could be seen as something like that, to give positive energies, positive vibes, and showcase what a good Jamaican should be like, you know, not these stereotypical things that they think about us, and showcase awesome places like Dumpling Cove. Dumpling Cove, don't drop the ball. When the people them come, make sure them get the best fried dumpling them ever had, or at least very close. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Remember, you see things, love, nature, and adaptation, and always remember to keep the link.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart will show somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone.